Hello there. This is going to be a quick one. This is a special quick video review of the different sizes of the NLT Filament Bible. Okay, so first of all, real quick, the NLT Filament enabled Bible, super cool technology. I'm not going to go into all of that in this video because I've done two different videos, one on the giant print and one on these two, standard print, both Thinline reference, and large print. They're essentially the same Bibles with the exception of the actual physical size of the Bible. But I have been requested by a few people, hey, can you show me the difference, a comparison between all the prints, because I'm trying to choose the print. So the Filament enabled app is an app on your phone that you can basically scan the page number and it gives you a whole bunch of study notes and study material. This is basically a study Bible all wrapped up into a Thinline sized Bible. So I'll drop a card. Make sure you go check those out so you get, if you haven't seen it yet, you get the full description and the full review of what's in this Bible and how to use it. That's not what this is here today. That's not what we're here today to do. We're here to just strictly look at the different print sizes, because print size is important to a lot of people and their eyesight. So let's take these out of the box. We have giant print, large print, and I'll even, since we have them sitting here, we'll do like the standard, just a standard print. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, the more that I play around and look with bigger print Bibles, large prints and giant prints, the more that I like them. My eyes work pretty good as far as vision goes. I don't wear glasses or anything, just to give you a point of reference. So in the past, I've always chosen like the smallest Bible that I could find. But now, maybe it's that I'm getting older, I don't know. But now I always prefer larger giant print. It just, for me, it turns out to be slightly more pleasant to read. So let's open these suckers up and do our best. I am going to move the camera around a little bit, and so I will try to not make you sick. But I think that might be one of the best ways. So we'll open to the middle here so they lay down. Actually, let's give you a good... I like to, when we're looking at pages and comparisons and stuff, open to like Jeremiah, because a lot of times, or Isaiah. Let's flip to Isaiah. Find a page. Oh, here we go. I like that because sometimes you get like a little poetry section right next to a non-poetry section. That makes it really easy for me. So first on the bottom we have giant print. Okay. I don't remember the exact font size. Again, you can go back and watch. I'll put a card, a link down in the description to the full review of this. But I'm going to try to hold the camera in about the same place for all these as we take a look at them. So this is giant print. And I will say on the giant print, I don't have as much of a ghosting issue as I have on this. So let's flip open to Jeremiah 11 on the large print Bible and take a look at that and see if we can tell the difference. On the large print Bible, and my guess is that it has to do slightly with the layout, is that I just get a lot more ghosting. And for me, on this specific Bible, that bugs me a little bit more because of kind of how pronounced it is, especially in these poetry sections. But again, that might have to do with the actual physical size of the Bible. So let's put these right next to each other. So hopefully you can see the difference in the size and font. You know, on the video, for those of you that are watching, you want to see the different size of font in comparison. We're going to have to do our best via video. But it is very obvious to me here in real life how much bigger these words are, and the spacing between the words, it's definitely different. So just for a third comparison's sake, and we'll lift the camera up just a little bit more, let's go to the same verse, Jeremiah 11 here, and on the standard print. So if my recollection is correct, and I could be off a point or two, which I realize could be a lot, it's like 8 point, 10 point, 12 or 14 point. That's what's in my head right now. Again, I could be wrong because it's been a while since I did the two of these. All right, see if we can get all three of them in there, and you can kind of pause. The best suggestion would be to pause the video and just take a minute to, you can visually see, I can see while I'm looking at the camera here, how they're different. Okay? So this is standard next to large print. So standard, large print, giant print. Let me see if I can do some magic here and get them all three in the same shot. Enough to be able to see them. All right, so you can visually see, I can see it, even though it's in the camera, I can see the difference between the three. So here's my opinion. If it was me, that's the best way I know how to tell you to do this. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of each of these. I don't have a problem reading the standard print. If you need large print, this isn't the Bible for you. What I like about this is the Thinline reference, is its size. Quite honestly, the Thinline reference is probably my favorite as far as actual physical size Bibles go. We'll stack them on top of each other here so you can see them. I think that the large print, they wanted to keep it Thinline, but for me, it's just slightly an awkward length. And I just have to be honest about that. I don't have a problem with it. It's not like it's gigantic or weird, you know, or square. That could be a little odd, but you can see, you know, it's just a little bit longer and a little bit wider. And for me, like carrying that around, it just is, it's not the best. So as far as size goes, my order would be this. 1, 2, 3. As far as print goes, because you know what, this is about the same like width and height, but obviously it's just a little bit fatter. Is it double? I don't know if I'd say it's double. It's about 1.5. It's about 1.5 times. You're looking at 1 inch here and 1.5 inches here. But if you said you could only buy one of these, which is it going to be? I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be this one, because the giant print Bible is still a really nice size physically. The width and the height is great. It fits in my hand. It sits open when I'm reading it very pleasantly. And I'm not going to lie to you, as a 41-year-old guy who doesn't have eye problems, like I don't have vision issues, this text, it's just very pleasant to read. I personally don't have as much trouble with the ghosting in the giant print, and maybe there's a slightly different paper that they used. I don't know, but again, it doesn't bother me. So I don't have trouble with ghosting in this particular Bible. And it's so pleasant because the words are just big. I don't have to strain at all. I can sit it down on a table on a book stand, which I often do. I use book stands a lot, and not have trouble, not have to move the Bible a little closer to me when I'm reading to get it to that comfortable level. So I hope this video has helped. That being said, these other two are not unpleasant to read. So if you don't mind smaller text, these are still fantastic options. I just wanted you to be able to see the difference so you could pick the right one for you. Again, this whole giant print thing for me has kind of been a new thing. I would always pick this size print, and it's still pleasant to learn. The Bible that I carry around for just for comparison's sake and read all the time and don't have trouble with is a Cambridge Pitt Minion. So for those of you that have the Cambridge Pitt Minion, you know the font is tiny. It's smaller than this. It's like 6-point font. So this isn't bad. None of them are laid out so that even though, you know, sometimes you get a Bible that not only is the font size super small, but it's all squished together, so it's small and it's hard to read through. There's too many words per each line. None of these have that problem. So even though the font size is a little bit smaller on the standard print Bible, the layout is really nice. The space between lines allows for ease of reading and still a very pleasant read, in my opinion. But since I got asked, hopefully that will help you see the difference between the three different levels, or the three different font size and physical sizes of Bibles, and do the best we can over video to show you the font size difference. To wrap up, if I had to only choose one, it would be the giant print. If I could choose two, it would be giant print and standard print. I just personally don't love the physical size, but that's my own personal opinion. I just don't like the physical size of the large print. All fantastic Bibles. I hope that you've gotten a chance to watch these reviews. Again, I'll post links to the full review, which includes what and how to use, what the Filament app is and how to use it, because I think this is one of the most fantastic technologies and kind of interventions that has come around, because it's just great to have all that information carrying around with you between your phone and your Bible, but you don't have to carry around a big old giant ESV study Bible. Right. So again, this has been, they're all the New Living Translation Filament Edition Bibles. These are put out by Tyndale. And I'm so glad again to be able to give you a look at these solid resources that you can use to make your day-to-day better and more Christ-focused. Be blessed, everybody. Have a great day.